Okay, now that we've worked on breathing, we're going to work on making sound. Now the goal here is just to make sound freely, without tension. We're not judging anything about this sound. We're not necessarily going for beautiful tone or wonderful resonance or anything like that. We're just trying to get the mechanism moving in the healthiest way with the least tension. So let's just start by making simple vocal sound. One key here is to start at a moderate place in both volume and pitch. You don't want to work at an extreme when you're starting out. So we call this phonation. We're just making a vocal sound. Something like that. So this first exercise, you just have the lips very easily closed. Actually, your jaw is released like this, like you're saying, I mean, you bring the lips together. So not, I exaggerated there. Just the lips are easily together, and you're just going to go, just sliding around in a low to medium part of your voice and in a very narrow range. So you're not going to go, not yet anyhow. By the way, this is a great one to do in the shower. Just warn anybody who might be listening that there might be some strange sounds coming out of the shower. But actually that moist environment can also help with this, just activating those vocal folds. Once you've done that a little bit, you can try lip trills or V sounds. Or if you can't do lip trills, you can try what I call the Bronx cheer, which is your tongue between your lips. Something like that. And then we want to concentrate on the idea of the sound coming out of the nose. This is sort of continuing the straw idea from the breathing exercises. Or even better, that the sound is sort of coming out the top of your head rather than from here. And you can keep this up for 30 seconds or a minute just to get things going. Miriam, any advice on this that you want to add?
Yeah, this all sounds great. You're always going for, like Dad said, feeling like air is coming out of your nose, feeling a lot of sensation here, but not here in your throat. Sometimes it's helpful to think about, as you're breathing in for each of these hums, that you're about to yawn. You feel that open throat sensation so that it's really easy. You're, just like Dad said, you're not going for the most beautiful sound you can make. You're just going for a nice, relaxed, making some sound.
The goal here is partly to activate these muscles that we don't use very much, but the other thing that's happening is that the mucous membranes and the mucus linings are getting active, and so you'll start to have a lot of spit going, and you'll notice a lot of fluid, and we actually want that because that's lubricating the vocal mechanism. Okay. Here, the next idea, and I've suggested this in choir rehearsals, is we want to activate the muscles that create the high sounds, the ones we don't use very much in speech, the cricothyroids. A quick and easy way to do this is just to make puppy dog noises. Just that little whimpering sound. We're purely using those cricothyroids. You can do that for 15 seconds, 20 seconds, a half a minute, whatever it seems to work for you. Now, another thing that you can do to activate your voice is to make siren noises. Miriam, you want to talk us through that a little bit?
Yeah, this is another great one. I see a lot of people try to use this as an Olympic event as well. So with the siren, you're not trying to see, can I go the highest, higher than anyone else in the world? No, you're just testing, waking up that top range and that bottom range. So what you want to do is pretend you are in an ambulance or a siren. You're going to start at the top and just lie down, making as much obnoxious noise as you possibly can in your house. So you're gonna go, ah! And what I'm looking for there is to feel like everything is really smooth and connected. You might find that your first couple times, like for me, that wasn't actually my best siren. I felt a little chunky in the middle. Like I'll demonstrate. If you go, that kind of fall in between, that'll happen a lot. What's happening there is your break in your voice. Your voice is trying to decide, am I using my head voice muscles, my upper register muscles, or my lower register? So you're helping your voice just glide through those easily. It's good to start high and come down. Once that feels easy, you can go down and come up and just do a couple roller coasters like this. I just chose ah for some reason, you can do this on any vowel. Like E might actually feel easier. Let me try that. I found that easier today. So every day is different, depending on how much sleep you got the night before, what you ate the day before, how much water you drank. You might find that things are different every day. That's totally fine. That's totally normal. Just play with it.
So just a quick observation before we leave this one. When Miriam did the vocalese on ah, you might have heard that little bump in the middle. This is a professional singer now, okay? But when she did E, and it has to do with the shape of what's going on inside, that was easier for her and it was much more even. The goal here is to bring the high voice down and not to follow the voice down. When she follows the voice down, that's when we get that bump. We're looking for an even sound over the whole range. Now, we've got our voices moving. We have a little bit of everything is lubricated. We're used to these nice high sounds. We've evened out the registers a little bit with some sirens. Now we can start to activate the resonance. So Miriam has a great exercise for that. Before you do this one, wash your hands.
Yes, very important because we are going to be touching our face. So resonance is kind of my big thing. It's the way that we project healthfully, make a lot of sound without putting any strain on your throat. If you haven't heard this term before, what resonance is it's all your nasal cavities, all the cavities in your skull, sound goes in there and it vibrates and that helps project sound. So anytime you've heard anybody talk about singing into the mask, anything like that, they're talking about your resonators and your resonance. So go ahead and put your hands on either side of your mouth on your cheeks. And you're just gonna really lightly hum. With any singing exercise, you don't wanna feel like you're going, you know, as hard as you can. This is really easy humming. Find a nice low pitch. Notice I'm moving my voice up and down ever so slightly. What I'm doing as I'm doing that is trying to find where is the spot that I feel the most buzz underneath my hands in my cheeks. So I'm gonna do that a couple times. Once I find a pitch that feels good for me, I'm going to start to sustain on that pitch. So here, I'll demonstrate. This one right here, that's feeling really good. This is a great exercise to find where is your most ideal speaking pitch. So for me, it's right around here. Once I find that pitch, I can slowly open up to an O and do mom, mom. What I'm doing is I'm trying to keep that resonance really consistent through the hum and through the open pitch. So I'll do that same slide. Okay. It's kind of like you're going om, right? The same idea. So I felt a lot of buzz happening in my mouth, in my cheeks. It might feel a little tickly. And that feels really easy to open up and close like that. You can start kind of doing a little conversation with yourself, a little mom, 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 and move your pitch up and down. Again, it's really easy. You're not trying to go to your most extreme ranges. You're just seeing how far can I move that resonance. So. I'm trying to feel that no matter where I am, if I'm high or low, I'm keeping that buzz going, and it's really easy. I'm not feeling anything in my throat. I'm not forcing the sound into my cheeks. I'm just letting it go there. And my hands are there as a reminder that that's where I'm feeling the sound. You'll notice too, as you're doing this, as the pitch goes up, you'll feel that buzz start to go up and almost out of your head. That's completely normal. So those are just some resonant voice exercises. You can also do some slides when that feels really comfortable, just on a hum like this. Again, kind of feeling, for me, I feel the resonance travel up and down the front of my face like that, just really lightly checking and seeing, where is everything? I often use these exercises that we're doing today as a way to test what's my range today, what's my vocal health today. It's a great way to do that.
Okay, just a few quick observations before we leave this one. One is to really feel the primary place for the resonance right under your eyes where your cheekbones are. Part of what achieves resonance is allowing the sound to move into that bony space at the top of your skull where there are openings, because that's like the the body of a violin. It's what is actually amplifying the vibrations of your vocal folds. That's a little bit of the physics. Having that resonance will make your voice more efficient. It will make your singing more efficient. And that's always the goal, to produce the best, most focused, most resonant sound with the least effort.